If you've ever wanted to get into CNC machines, you do not have an excuse in this day and age. Now, I just want to cover a few things. By saying you, I mean the person who has a side hustle started, or they want to start a side hustle to do whatever things. You can do decorative things, you can do furniture, you can do arts and crafts things, you can probably machine precision parts for some people, you can do jigs. Oh my God, I think I just mentioned 3 or 4 of the things that probably this machine can do or these machines can do. Now, when I say these machines, I am talking about CNC routers specifically. There's a wide range of different machines. There's routers, there's also lasers, there's plasma cutters, there's diode lasers, there's a wide range of things that you can call CNC machines. In this instance, I will just be talking about routers. By routers, I mean ones with a head that you can change the bit. You can have a V bit, you can have a ball nose bit, you can have an up-down cutter, you can have a compression cutter, you can have a whole lot of things. You can cut plastic on it, you can cut wood, you can cut aluminium, you can cut composite materials. As long as you can fit it on the machine, I'm pretty sure somewhere, somehow, there's a cutter for it that can actually go through whatever materials that you can go through. Look at me rambling again about these machines. Anyway, guys, hi. My name is Sipo, and I am a South African YouTuber. I reside and live in South Africa. Currently now I'm in Johannesburg, but I'm from Pretoria. I'm from Pretoria. Those who are in Pretoria will understand what I meant by that. Anyway, my background is CNC machining. I am a self-taught CNC machinist, and this is basically me telling you what to do, how to look at things, how to go about things, and all that other stuff. So, let's get into it and let's talk about these machines and what they can do and how you can start in the journey of CNC machining. Number 1, decide what you want to do with the machine. If you're a person who's already working with wood or any other hardwoods or MDF or whatever, decide what you want to do with that machine. You cannot buy the machine or you cannot build the machine and then decide afterwards. You have to decide before you buy the machine what you want to do with that machine. You have to think of the machine as a tool, like your table saw, your router, any other machine that you have in your workshop or in your arsenal currently. This machine is the same thing. It's a tool. The only difference about this tool is that it can work for itself once programmed correctly, and you don't have to do anything going forward with it. Now, after you've decided what you want to do with the machine, you now have to decide the size. What you want to do with your machine will tell you what kind of machine you can get. These machines go from 15,000 all the way up to millions of rands, millions of dollars. And I can tell you the industrial size of machines that is available that can do anything you can imagine is in the millions. So let's talk about this. After you've decided what you want to do with the machine, the decision of what you want to do with the machine will tell you the size of the machine that you want. And the size of the machine that you want will then determine what your budget should be. Once you know what your budget should be, then you have to decide as to how you're going to purchase the machine. Are you going to finance it? Are you going to save for it? Are you going to build it? Yes, it is possible to build the machine. It's not a new thing. It's not rocket science. It's doable. There is a lot of YouTube videos on YouTube, like a lot. I learned from YouTube myself. I come from the University of YouTube. So you've decided what machine you want. You've decided the size. You now have to decide if you're building one or whether you're buying one. If you're building one, there's lots of places around South Africa where you can get those things. If you're buying one, you can buy in South Africa, you can buy in China, you can buy almost anywhere in the world. You can buy in Germany. There's some machines that are from Turkey. You have to decide where you're buying a machine, where you're buying the components to build your machine. If you're confident enough to want to build that machine, then by all means, go for it. It will be a journey that will make you understand your machine in the inmost depths. It'll be easier for you to troubleshoot and do all those fault findings that you want to do with your machine. Now, after you've decided what you want to make, the size of your machine, and where you're going to buy the components or where you're going to build the machine and all that other stuff, here's the interesting thing. You now have to look at the software that you're going to use for the machine. The software is probably the one thing that will determine how far you can push your machine. The motors will contribute, but the software is of great importance. You have to be fluent in a couple of softwares. By fluent, I mean fluent. You have to understand those softwares fully. You have to know what they can do. You have to know the limitations of each of those softwares that you have. And after that, you will be able to batch out products. In the case like me, I use Fusion 360. I use Vectric Aspire. I use Autodesk Inventor to design. I can use Inkscape as well to generate G-code for the machine. I can use Easel. I can use probably most CAD softwares that are available. You have to learn which one you would be comfortable with. Some people are comfortable with Easel. Some people are comfortable with Vectric Aspire. Some people are comfortable with Fusion 360. You have to decide which software you're going to get into. Now, with each software, there are advantages and there are disadvantages. You also have to know if your machine's post-processor is compatible with whatever software that you need. Some softwares use G-code, some use .nc, some use what we call an MPR file. You have to know what you're getting yourself into in that instance. The field is so wide and so vast that you have to decide which softwares you're going to use for your machine. And those softwares should be so compatible that you can batch out products so quickly without making a loss on your machine. I hope I've covered some of the things that you have to look into when you want to buy a CNC machine. Until next time, where we go into further detail about the different softwares, about the different machines, about the different drivers of the machines, I will see you again soon later, guys. For now, let's just look at the machine working, and thank you for watching. See you soon.